My name is Neil Ticktin. I'm the editor-in-chief and publisher of MacTech Magazine. We're here this week with TUAW doing the interviews of developers at WWDC 2012 in San Francisco. And what we're doing is we're talking to developers about what they have going on, what they thought about the keynote and the announcements that Apple made at WWDC, and any impact that those announcements may have on their products or moving forward, both challenges and opportunities. With us now is Florian Dejako, who is the co-founder and the vice president of software engineering for Elgato, and I'm thrilled to have you here, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't we start off with Elgato's got an interesting mix of products. Let's talk about a little bit about what Elgato is doing and the types of products, then we'll dive in on some of them a little bit more deeply.
In a way, most of the products we make have a hardware component that we try to make work with software that just shines. We are a lot like Apple in that sense, I guess, where you have hardware that really works very well because the software works so well. To the outside, we are more of a hardware company. People buy our hardware products. Internally, we are very much a software company. Much of our development, or most of our development, is software development. And the products that we make in this space are a TV tuner product line, iTV, which allows you to watch, record, and edit television on your Macintosh as well as iOS devices. And we are very happy to have just introduced Game Capture HD, which is a new product to allow you to capture your PlayStation and Xbox gameplay. Mm-hmm. And we also have some storage devices, which adds, I guess, to the diversity that you mentioned in the products that we have on the market. The Thunderbolt SSD drive is not that new to us, since our company history very much is based in storage. Yeah. We are the original developers of the Toast CD burning software. Yeah. And back in the day when FireWire drives were still cool, we were the ones who made the software to make them work.
Or they were hot. No, I'm kidding. Well, let's talk a little bit about so obviously right now the Thunderbolt drive with SSD, the Thunderbolt ports. You guys have this amazing product that is very fast for people and is an awesome companion to the laptops that are out there. And obviously with SSDs they get to be a little bit more expensive in there, so it's not an inexpensive form of storage, but it is a very performance-oriented form of storage that's out there. So
that's right. We are, on the one hand, we're very excited that Apple is now adding USB 3 to Macs at last. It took them a couple of years, because it lets us make peripherals in a price segment where we can, be interesting to more people. But at the same time, I don't think that Thunderbolt is going to go away. For the speeds that you want and that you want to achieve, and that you can only achieve with a Thunderbolt SSD drive, there's really nothing better right now. Yeah,
which is great. But let's talk about software in there, some of the TV products and whatnot. You have some of the network tuner stuff, iTV and whatnot. What's been released recently, and what do you have coming down the pike, or that you're willing to talk about?
We are very excited about obviously the iTV mobile stories that are happening. We have very successfully launched an iTV mobile accessory for iOS devices. Once again, it's that story where the software is the thing that makes the hardware shine. Mm-hmm. So without hardware,
the software can't run.
The software can't run.
Right, but without software, it doesn't get to show itself off.
This is absolutely correct.
Right.
So we're excited about new features that we're adding to the iPhone line, as well as to the Mac. Obviously, Game Capture was a great software effort that we just finished, and we're very excited to have that on the market.
Let's talk a little bit about Game Capture.
We found that a lot of people were using the iTV software that has been on the market for 10 years or over 10 years. They were using it not to record television content, but gameplay. They were playing Xbox and PlayStation, and the time shift feature in the software is great for that purpose, because you can be playing for 3 hours, trying to make that level 17, finally make it happen, and then you finally found out that the way to make it, to pass it, and in the end then you know, if you didn't hit record with any other product, then that achievement is lost. Whereas with our time shift recording, you can just rewind and start capture and create a recording from that point on. So around that, we created the game capture software. That is the core feature here, really, that we are always recording, and at some point you just rewind the buffer and say, this is exactly the point where I want to start. And you can then edit these recordings, and most of them will end up on YouTube. If you look at YouTube, there's a lot of content there for featuring PlayStation and Xbox achievements. Some of these YouTube directors that are posting frequent videos have up to 500,000 subscribers, and then there's Machinima with even more than that. So it is definitely an interesting segment. We are finding that it's a much younger segment than what we have been dealing with in the past. So it's very exciting to be here.
Absolutely.
And we're very happy with that.
So what was your favorite announcement from Apple this week?
I'm very, very happy to finally see Macs with Retina displays. It's been very difficult to look at a Mac ever since I first held an iPhone 4 in my hands, because I've seen pixels everywhere. And at last, now using a Mac, I no longer have to look at pixels.
Right. So, and obviously there's going to be challenges and opportunities here from Elgato's side on any of the TV products with Retina display, supporting that and making sure that you guys are ready for it. Is there any additional challenges that you see beyond the Retina display, or opportunities?
I think it's opportunities. If you look at the mobile space, both on iOS devices as well as on mobile laptops, and most Macs that are sold are laptops.
Yeah.
If I take my Mac to Starbucks or somewhere else and I am watching a Wi-Fi stream, I will probably never get, in the mobile field, I will never get that high resolution that the display can now show.
Right.
Unless I'm using some sort of broadcast standard, and that is where we come in, and we have exactly that. We have little USB dongles with small antennas that enable you to watch HD TV wherever you are.
Right. That's great. Anything else we missed? I think covered quite a bit there.
I thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you for spending the time with us this afternoon. My name is Neil Ticktin, and this is the TUAW MacTech Magazine interviews at the Worldwide Developer Conference 2012. Thank you for watching.